Good morning. I just picked up lawnmower simulation, and we want to take a look at it today and see if it's any fun. I mean, if there could be a game called the Goat Simulator, then it's a hit. Lawnmower Simulator has got to be okay too. So I have just picked up a my first lawnmower. Started a company called John's Lawns, and I have my first job. I have not yet mowed or trimmed. So the goal is to start small and have this great company eventually. So let's check it out. There are 3 DLCs currently available. I can't imagine that this game will be super fun, but I want to give it a shot. Maybe, right? I've got to learn how to choose the right mower, the right settings, and do a good job without hacking up their flower beds to get paid well. So make sure I don't run over anything I shouldn't. There's also, I believe, it looks like there's a toy rocket right there and maybe a toy gnome. A few things laying around. I don't know if those are collectibles or if those are things that I should not collect. So, all right, so let's see. At the start of each contract, you have a small period of time to find and remove any objects on the grass. Okay, I gotcha. You can choose to skip the ground check and have the object automatically removed by interacting with your mower or equipment, but this will mean you won't earn any money or RP. I don't know what RP is. RP. Okay, well, that little, that's a nice car. Yeah, okay, distracted. That little overview gave me a look of what's on the grass, and so we will definitely make sure we go pick up the objects in the grass so we don't run those over. I think those are the only 2. Wow, can't count. The only 2 that I saw. All right, so, oh, what's this? Oh, it says 3 of 5 objects collected. Grass looks a little long. It might take 2 mowings. There's another rocket. Well, now I might have to come in here and do a little trimming, maybe. Maybe not. Or maybe there's a front yard. No. So how'd I miss? Oh, maybe there's a... That's got to be the neighbor. That is not this yard. But how did I miss 1 object? I only have 2 minutes left to find the 5th object. Maybe it's in the flower bed. Reading a review last night about this before I bought it. Now this was on sale, obviously, so because it was relatively cheap. Wait, what's that? Oh wow, a bone or something. Great. That one was hard to see, and the review was, you know, if you don't think you'll enjoy spending 2 hours mowing a virtual lawn, this game isn't for you. So, we'll give it a shot. So here's my new mower I just bought. Okay, so I can use the string trimmer or your vehicle whenever you want. String trimmers are best for cutting the edges at any tight areas, while your vehicle is best for large open areas, of course. Okay, so I don't know how to access my trimmer. So let's start the mower. We have to raise the throttle. That automatically raises the deck. Now, normally what I would do is trim first. So I don't know how exactly I do that. It's a little confusing on how to even start or stop the mower. Okay, I'm going to jump off of the mower though. I want to see if I can figure out my trimmer. How do I use my trimmer? That's just settings. That's just my mower. Do I have a trimmer over here? Ah, I do. Press RT to use the trimmer. All right, here we go. Now I need to learn how to do this without cutting, without ruining the flowers. Oh, careful. So this will also make it so I don't have to get so close to the edges with the mower. Nice. See? So yeah, this is the game. This is the game where I cut grass. But this will also make it so I can, I don't have to get so close to the edges, and so I can get around the trees without having to be so close as well. Get in there, under the bushes a little bit. Yep, cut the grass. Oh, and so progress up in the upper right corner, it shows me, careful with that tall flower, 3% done with the lawn. Okay, so let's get under here. That might be kind of hard with the mower to get in there. Oh, this part might be. That would be hard with the mower. So we're gonna. Now it does make a mess. I don't have a blower. I wonder if that's something later in the game you can get a blower. Or if the grass just kind of disappears. It looks like maybe it does. Yep. Trim the grass. There's another one right here. So I did have the option of gas or electric eco tools, which I was tempted to do, and maybe later on I will upgrade to electric or switch to electric. Either way, in a game like this, I don't think there's any motor overloaded. Your vehicle's motor load is displayed in the bottom right of the screen if you overload it by driving too fast and cutting too fast. Cutting too much grass at once will suffer engine damage, and your cut quality will be affected. So cutting when overloaded will leave blades of grass uncut. Okay. So how do I wasn't even paying attention to that. Okay. I didn't think that would be a thing. Back over to the beginning here. I wonder if there's like a penalty anywhere if you hit flowers or anything. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for that. Now, do I have to put it away? Recover. Fill fuel. So I wonder if it'll just let me jump on board if I hit recover. Oh no, it just moves it. So this I need to put back, like here. So place it, go back on the mower, get on vehicle, start engine. Throttle. Okay, and then lower deck, I believe. And then I also have to engage. Oh, I also have to choose the cut height. How do I know how much cut height to do? 2 inches. Oh, it's the highest. 2 3/4. That's it. Oh wait, no, I go less. I probably want to go as high as I can to start with. Let's see. Oh, reputation points are RP. Reputation points. You need to find the balance between speed and careful driving. Don't damage flowers, etc. Okay. Okay, but how do I know? How do I know how short these people? I should look at the contract. You're cutting the wrong height. How do I know? Alright, yeah. How do I look at the contract? Let's see. So that's not good. I just started hacking with whatever I thought was appropriate. And I've got a contract with these people. So how do I look at the contract? Contract type, general, cut height, 2 to 2 3/4. Okay. 2 to 2 3/4. Wasn't that what I was? Cut height range, current grass range. It's really tall right now. It's 5 1/8 right now. Well, let's get back on. Let's go through it again here. Start it up. Throttle. Back her up a little bit. Okay, let's figure out what our height is here. 2 3/4 it says, right? Which is what they said it should be. 2 to 2 3/4. Okay, so throttle up. 2, engage. Deck down. Engaged. 2 to 2 3/4, right? It says 2 inches. Let's try 2 inches. So I have to. Let's see which view would be best to mow in. I can mow from way up here. Yeah, probably just where I was. Okay. I've already trimmed, so I don't have to get super close. Also, I need to make sure I don't overload the motor. I don't know. But be careful here. The swath that I left with the trimmer, but I ran over a flower and I got fined, so they are actually going to cut my pay for running over a flower, which they should have. They're flowers. throughout. A game like this, might be easier just to go around and around and around, I don't know, versus back and forth. Turning back and forth, turning around might be a pain. Plus I learned that there's a thing, there's an attachment or a setting on my mower that actually rolls the grass. So if you watch a soccer game, for example, or a football game, where the grass appears to be laying down, appears to be a different color every other 10 yards or whatever. I didn't realize, I thought they were just going all one direction, but they have a roller that lays the grass down in one direction, and then they switch it from the other to get that pattern. And I think there's going to be some contracts with some of these nicer houses that want me to do that. Alright, so now that I'm away from the flowers, I should be fairly safe here, just to go around and around and around. And I think this seems to be the easiest, and this is not, sometimes I do it at home like this. I like to go back and forth because it does give it a stripe look, which I think makes a yard really nice. By the way, just full disclosure, my son and I did have a lawn mowing company for about 5 years. Although we didn't have a fancy ride-on like this, we both had our own push mower. And we did about 16 lawns a week. I don't know, it does look like maybe I missed some spots, like right there, that little path looks, just learning here. Now at this point, I could go back and forth. I'll show you what I mean here. I could just go straight and make a nice straight line, but that requires me to do this, which is turn around, turn around. You can see the color difference, turn around. In a game like this is going to slow me down quite a bit, but then you just go straight back. And it's important to line this up straight, so every pass kind of fix any errors that you made. And I would even go like this, just kind of straight, because the goal is a straight line, not necessarily cut grass. So we're looking for be careful doing this with flowers and stuff. So then every time I would turn around, I would look back at my line and look right there and see, yeah, it's pretty straight. But I don't think in this game it's going to matter. I don't really see any color difference because I'm not overloading an engine. Slow down. Okay, so let's... Oh, no, I didn't mean to turn it off. So one thing about this game is the on-off is a little tricky. I want it... There's no, like, middle... There's either throttle is all the way up or all the way down. And every time you do that, yeah, it just turns the engine off. So you have to hold the X to turn the engine on. And pretty much throttle is going to have to engage the blades again. Okay, so I don't really, on this mower, there's a flower right here on the edge. Did I trim over here? I don't know if I don't think I trimmed. I don't think I trimmed here. Oh, I got a flower. Alright, well, I didn't trim here. Thought I did. I didn't. I just went around the outside. I didn't do the other island either. So, alright, well, we'll see what our penalties are for the flowers when we finish. Okay, so what I need to do is, since there's not a throttle adjustment, it's just my trigger, my right trigger on my controller. And so what I need to do is watch that, it's not RPMs, but watch how fast I go in the right corner and make sure I don't get up close to that red arrow, which is kind of my max setting. And I'm not really sure how I overloaded it because I can't really go that fast. That looks fine. I can only go about 4.4 miles per hour. Sometimes I cut these corners round like this, overshoot them a little bit. That's so I don't have to stop and do a square cut. So right here, I can swing out wide, and come back in, and that's going to make it round. I'll go ahead and do this flower bed. I should have trimmed this. Rookie, this is my first day on the job, so do the best we can. Let's see how I do. Alright, so back to the grass. So I don't know if I got all the grass. Nope, I didn't, so it's a good thing I looked. Make sure I go all the way around. So I had read that also that sometimes the grass is so long, like it is in real life, if you show up at a job and no one's mowed it for 2 months in July, you might have to mow it twice and change the height. So kind of tall first, and then kind of for looks and shorter second. I would say, okay, progress 58%. So vehicle condition good, everything's looking fine. Here's where I want to try to round this right here, so I don't have to stop and do a square turn. Same thing here, and sometimes it's worth doing this. So see how I missed that one spot right there? I just back up and do it again. That leaves me with a nice round. I probably should do it. Sometimes the simplest of games are the most interesting and fun, I find. Like American Truck Simulator, you're driving a truck. I haven't played that in a while, but it's oddly fun. One of my favorite sayings, it's oddly satisfying. There's something about it. So just some of the simulators I think are fun, just because they're not normally things you would think about playing a game on. Alright, so now hopefully I can just stay on this side of the island, and then we'll do the same thing over here. We'll try to round this a little bit. Make sure you don't miss that little piece that you cut off when you do that. And then here as well, I'm probably going to go ahead and just curve this, and then we'll go cut this section separate and get this done. Okay, let's make sure we get all of it. This looks like I missed. Almost looks like I missed a couple spots. It looks a little shaggy back here in places. And I may be thinking that this mower ground damage. You mentioned you have managed to damage the ground and destroy some of the grass. Ground damage is caused by turning your vehicle at full lock for extended periods of time. Okay, so that's, people do not like me to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. See those burn spots? I'm basically turning too much. So, alright, okay. Alright, so don't do that in the future, I got you. Yeah, I mean, it's a big mower, so get away with that with a push mower, but this is, this is powerful and will dig into the ground. Alright, so Another island that I do not think that I trimmed. I need to remember the inside of the yard and the outside, not just around. I think I'm missing something. It's definitely worth trimming. So I believe the game is based in England, so the yards are going to be like beautiful, mostly, I think. English cottages, things like that. I changed like the dollars, no, not the dollars, I changed the height and things like that to imperial, which is inches, instead of metric. But oddly enough, you can't change the money to dollars. So even though I can change the measurements to imperial, so I understand 2 inches is my deck height, not 67 millimeters or whatever, you know. I'm still getting paid in pounds. Alright, so it doesn't like me to turn around, so I'll try to do that less. I'll be curious to see what my score is, what is my reputation points, and see just how I did for my first time. The grass does look better. It's pretty thin. They need to reseed. So you shouldn't see any ground. You shouldn't see any dirt. Okay, here, oh no, yeah. I thought I could finally cut across. I can't. So this whole section is still a little bump out. So lawnmower simulator, or lawn mowing simulator. I think it's lawnmower. So it's one of those summer Steam sales. They have a bunch of games for about $3 to $5. So I always get excited about that because there's some games you probably would never try if they were $20. Alright, now here this section has been kind of separated. I think I'm going to try to do this without backing up too much. See my pattern right there. You know, you can really see where I've turned. And at first I thought it was grass that I was missing. I think it's just the pattern of me turning. So here's where I'm going to back up. Like that might be an apple tree. Take this in 2 or 3 passes if I can. Try to slow down and not tear up the grass. Just back up here instead of spinning a circle. Alright, I think we got that. And eventually, you can upgrade your equipment, of course. You can also hire, you can buy another machine and hire an employee to go out and cut for you. And then you pay them hourly wage, but you get paid the job fee. So you start making a little extra on the side. Oh, carefully, you're not supposed to drive on the concrete. That is bad for the blades. See in the lower left corner of my screen, I've got blade condition and engine condition. So see, my blade condition is actually down. I don't know if it's because of that, but that's the only thing that's down. And I'd have to go back and watch the video and see if it's from me going on that rig. Let's see, that side's done. This side's not done yet. I need to go to base. My headphones there for a second. I thought it was my power, but Bluetooth just went out. I don't know why. So, okay, we're almost done. Let's get over here and get this section. And one thing that's interesting, when you mow the same lawn, and I don't know if this is you or your house, that's your job, but you damage the ground again, turning too much. But there's a certain pattern, a certain way that you mow. Okay, so I have to learn how to do this without, and I've never mowed with a ride-on ever. So there's a certain, route that you take. It's good to change it up. Also, another full disclosure comment. I worked for a summer at a golf course locally, and they trained me on how to take care of the grass, mow it so it always looked professional. So there's some tricks. One of those is never mow the grass the same direction twice. Well, in a row. So if I came back to this house, which I will next week, I would mow it in a different direction. So because if you don't, the grass will eventually lay over and look unhealthy. And you want the grass to be standing straight up at attention, to look the healthiest. All right. So with the cutting complete, you now need to store your vehicle equipment, then interact with your pickup truck to leave the location. If you have left grass clippings on the path or flower beds, you can pick them up before leaving. Okay. To avoid any cleanup piece. I wish they had a blower. I think that would be a nice touch. Okay, so I'm complete. So what I need to do is raise that gonna just turn the throttle down, off. Oh, I can't turn it off, I have to drive. Oh, and I can't turn the throttle down, I have to drive. So, okay, so as long as my deck is up, I don't think I left a mess anywhere. Alright, so first contract. All I have to do is leave location, put it up in the trailer. Let's see what my score is. Ooch. Oh, I have to physically leave the location, so. Okay, let's throttle off. Throttle off. Turn it off. Get off. Hold B. It's quite a process just to get around on this thing. Hold B to get off. That's what I'm doing. Hold B. Thank you. Okay, and then we get in the truck and we leave the location. It's a beautiful house that I am now in charge of mowing. So other than taking out a few flowers and doing a couple 360s in the grass, and you can see it's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. Hopefully they'll want me back. So that's the goal, right? They'll look at the grass. I mean, it's just mowing, but some people do a terrible job. It's pretty hard to mess up mowing, right? But they want to make sure you're trimming correctly, you're not leaving a mess, and it looks good. So let's take a look at our score if it gives us one. Oh, yes, it does. So, okay. Ground check time bonus. That's because I picked up those toys. Ground check earnings, I get 20 pounds. Cutting time bonus, $1.40. No valuables recovered. Penalties, I got docked $3.34. Didn't destroy anything. Collision, flowers, $2. It's $1 a flower. Collisions, I'm not sure what I hit, $1. Cleanup fee, none. Ground damage, 34 cents for the dirt. Vehicle maintenance, which is my blade, 9 cents. So I made $300 on that mowing job. Not bad. Complexity was 1 out of 5. Reputation went up 50. This is called the front garden at Old Nook Cottage. So I can hit B to accept all. Okay. Got a couple, the first day of work, got an achievement. It gives me some information about my mower right there. I can fix my damaged vehicles, view statistics, purchase attachments, part exchange vehicles, or purchase new ones. First though, let's select your current vehicle so you can maintain it. So we're going to take a look at that too, because I haven't done that. You can see I'm low on gas and my blade is a little bit dinged already. So how do I... no. Garage. I'm in the garage. So how do I... this? Okay. Okay, this screen shows you everything you need to know to maintain it. Okay. Oh, maintenance is down at the bottom. Do I click that? If you see the status of your vehicle to the left of the screen, your vehicle needs attention. See to it now. Okay. Okay, got it. So how do we see to it now? We got repair vehicle. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, it's 100. Let's just go full repair. Make it 100%. Engine. Blade. Full repair. Gas. Full refill. So absolutely. All right, so that should bring everything back up to 100%, which it is. And then we will confirm and go back and back, and we're good. So, all right, thanks for joining me. Next time we'll do job number 2. Get out there and mow a lawn. I'll catch you next time. For now, Mr. Johns is out.